about what had happened, and we discussed what had to be done. So that's when we agreed to establish an interministerial committee to coordinate government response to this tragedy. And the coordination is about immediate, about tomorrow, and about tomorrow. The most important thing was, first of all, to ensure the life of people. And that is why 9 centers were established here in Mepe for all the displaced people. And the people, all the people in these 9 centers have been provided relief items by NADMO. And it's NADMO's intention to continue the exercise of providing relief items.
And so that's the president commiserating with the people passionately, and of course asking the people to rest assured, because government is going to continue to provide them with relief items. Now listen to the victims themselves, because they've been speaking to journalists, and they've been speaking about some of the key things they need in order to survive, in order to be able to, yes, go through the challenges that they are having to deal with. Listen to the victims.
It's just that we don't get some. If you go to the other side, they are sharing some there right now, but we are not benefiting here. We don't benefit here.
Why are you not going there to collect yours?
They say unless they write your name, and they are not coming here to write our name here. So we don't know what is going on.
So since about 3 days now we are here, we not getting anything. Only water. Then our friend Big get to give us to us. So it's just water that we get.
Who is giving the water?
Afako, Mr. Afako.
So are you telling us that you've not received anything from NADMO?
No, we don't have anything
like that.
Madam, tell us. You said nothing. Why?
We went to Kizito over there. They say only those sleeping over there that they are sharing the things for. So they will bring these people their own later, but we haven't get anything yet.
For how many days now?
For 2 days now. We came here, that was Saturday. So today we haven't received anything now.
But before then, did you receive anything from NADMO?
Nothing.
So these are the victims of the spillage talking, and of course, saying that they have not received some of the relief items. But of course, earlier you heard the president assuring that indeed they will continue to provide these relief items to the victims. So they should be calm as they wait for these relief items. Now, let's listen to the president. Also spoke about the exact reason why he needed to travel to the Volta region and to the affected areas to commiserate with the people. He said, if for some reason this morning you're misconstruing that to mean politics or to mean canvassing of votes, then you're wrong. Because he went there necessarily because these are Ghanaian people who are in difficulty. And as president of the Republic of Ghana, he was there to, commiserate with them. And of course, as leader of this country, reassure them. And if it were because of votes,
I came here because Ghanaians are having difficulties and are suffering. And it is my responsibility to try and help. Because if it's a question of counting who votes for
of all peoples in Ghana, all districts, and whether they voted for me or not, once I have taken the oath, I am the president of all the people. So Tommy, you and your elders, I want the people here, you, beginning with you and the elders, to understand that when something like this happens and government acts, government is acting for Ghanaians, all Ghanaians. I came here because Ghanaians are having difficulties and are suffering. And it is my responsibility to try and help. Because if it's a question of counting who votes for me and who doesn't vote for me, I shouldn't be here because you don't vote for me. But that is not my concern. And in any event, one day you will vote for me and my party. So Tommy, I came here this afternoon to express my sympathies and to commiserate with all the people of Mepe and the area.
So you heard President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. I'm sure you've really taken time to listen to him carefully to understand exactly what the president was trying to communicate. If you're just joining us, let me remind you that we are streaming live on YouTube and Facebook. So you can go, we're streaming live on YouTube. Okay, we're streaming live on YouTube. And so, of course, you can go on YouTube and watch us live. Orange 1079. That's how you can get to watch us live. And so wherever you are, if you can listen to us on radio, you can also join us on YouTube. Because if you do join us on YouTube, the benefit of that will be that you see pictures, you see videos of the very issue that we're talking about. We are rolling those videos for you, and so of course you can go there and check it for yourself. If you want to see the full impact of the spillage, something that has become topical for us this morning, yes, join us on YouTube and get to see them for yourself. Now, for those of you just joining us on radio, this is what the president had to say. What do you make of it? Send me your voice notes on 0548 501 584. 0548 501 584. Send me your voice notes, send me your WhatsApp messages, and of course, we're reading all of them for you. And if you do send me your voice notes, I'll be sharing it with the rest of our listeners this morning. My guys, my friends are in studio this morning. They are with me. But for the purposes of reiteration, I think it's important that we listen to the president once again. Maybe some people are trying to misconstrue or misquote what the president said. Exactly what did the president mean? Why exactly did the president say what he said? And is this something that we should take seriously? Or perhaps the president just spoke in jest and we should just take it like that? Let's listen to him once again. Please, if you're listening to me, take time. Listen with rapt attention and get to understand exactly what the president said, why he said that, and what you think about what he said. Let's listen to it.
I came here because Ghanaians are having difficulties and are suffering. And it is my responsibility to try and help. Because if it's a question of counting who votes for me and who doesn't vote for me, I shouldn't be here because you don't vote for me. What? Concern. I came here because Ghanaians are having difficulties and are suffering. And it is my responsibility to try and help. Because if it's a question of counting who votes for me and who doesn't vote for me, I shouldn't be here because you don't vote for me.
nele tame bube mekai dakone mekame dakone edo hi mada for you
concern.
gake e amele be ne Ghana tokata madam medekelemo.
I came here because Ghanaians are having difficulties and are suffering.
Me va fi gomenye be Ghana to kuki no le fure no alebo le fukpe ya ta ivara.
And it is my responsibility to try and help.
Ibe doda sie nyebe ya jagbagba akpede miaun.
Because if it's a question of counting who votes for me and who doesn't vote for me, I shouldn't be here because you don't vote for me.
Neyebe nele tame bube mekai dakone mekame dakone edo hi mada for you.
Concern.
Gake e amele be ne Ghana tokata.
And the area.
So that's the president of the Republic of Ghana speaking there. I mean, if you're watching us on YouTube, the YouTube page is Orange 1079, right? It's Orange 107.9 FM on YouTube. Orange 107.9 FM on YouTube. That's how you can watch us live. If you're watching us live on YouTube, you will see that the president was, smiling, was laughing whilst he was making those comments. So I've received a message as regards that. This one says that my name is Patrick. Listening to you live in Santase. Some Ghanaians do not have sense of humor at all. The president was not really serious about what he was saying. He was just saying it as a matter of humor. So we should take it lightly. It's not a very important matter that we should stress ourselves over. Okay, that's Patrick's message. What's your message? What do you make of the president's address? What do you make of the president's statement? Are you part of those who believe that, yes, we shouldn't, begrudge the president? We shouldn't be too heavy on the president because this was a man who was trying to calm down situations, and we shouldn't read a lot of meanings into what he said. Well, later we'll come back and, of course, introduce this conversation for an extended analysis. And so, of course, you can join with your thoughts, your voice note. Let me see if this voice note has come through. Let me listen to that, and then we'll be going to bring to you in business, after which we'll continue. Stay with me.
Good morning, Abusco from Friday. Yamin come on. Madam Wasi, Ajumapa Moye. President Watutu Nako, Baby and Sue, for woman. Why idea? And so, and you're on your general politics. I want to rabba. A month for Sue, or more Adaya say, or BBI say, walk or show more. Fine, and you quite say, there are some ways at Twasso. Senke fa say ye hwa abato kradia abato kradia nka nya de a me ba ha sei any kwase president o kasa asem do kra because you say baby nipa wonom o mo ho ko say nya politics hu no mo gino kwa me fa so benya baby ada benya aduanya di se say ahwe aho chensu afo mo japade nyinara e ho ne ni kwase president ko gina e kasa asem kra wo ho e da mo ase bye.
So that's the view of Obusco there. You can keep your comments coming through on 0548501584. 0548501584. Listen to Kingsley's voice note. Listen to that.
Alpha, good morning and good morning to your cherished listeners. Alpha, yeah, concerning what the president said, I don't see any fault with it because it's a fact. It's a fact. Yes, and looking at it, looking at how the things are going, it was a little bit tense. So I think he just did that to ease tension and those kind of things. And on the real, if you look at what he said what he meant was he's for the country. He's for the country. Any Pannington or by and say the party say yeah, Anka Ankomba, son or person. And that shows, I don't know, it's gradually, I don't know what's wrong with that. If we become so sensitive. I said, no, you can't even joke. No, even if I do be a person catch Robino, Obia, me for it hurts everybody. Because can't say those now gang up and say you shouldn't have. We are so being hypocritical and what's wrong with us? What master? We have problems to think about. Oh, these are not some of it. I don't know. We should begrudge the president on this thing. And you no cry.
So that is Kingsley. Kingsley is even surprised that a lot of Ghanaians are taking issue with the statement of President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Where do you stand on this? Do you think we should just take it lightly? It's not the president who's trying to insult or trying to more or less derogate, denigrate the people of Volta region, but he was just, trying to speak in jest, so to speak, just like Kingsley said, try to calm the situations. Whatever your views are, do send them to us in due time. We'll be sharing it with the rest of the world. Let's now bring to you M Business, and we're streaming live on YouTube, Orange 107.9. That's how you can watch us live on YouTube, Orange 107.9 FM. That's our YouTube page. And so when you access that YouTube page, you can watch whatever we're doing live. And we're also now streaming live on Facebook, Orange 1079. For those of you who want to see the manner with which the president said that, you understand, the posture with which the president made that statement, join us on Facebook, and we'll try to also show you pictures of the devastation of the Akosombo spillage in some parts of the Volta region. That's something that we're going to be doing for you, and some parts of the northern region as well, some parts of Savannah region, and some parts of the eastern region, we are told. But let me listen to this voice note first.
Good morning. This is normalization. In fact, what the president said was not important at that level. At that point, it was not important. It didn't know about Joki, about issue about BBSC, as some bank of full Sunni and the say you are joking. Joking for what? I do a comedian, and I don't know about Joki the actually. To more moments, so Omojitum said the president was just making them, just trying to make them feel okay. Saying, on the way, a comedian. We have comedians in Ghana. I beat my Kwako entertain no more. You are the president. You are throw on this important issue because I know about making political views. Was it, Masa? No, we have so answer. We have to accept that. And people for no one for no mobile, maybe try to be defended on. We know that always they are going to defend their president. We all know that he's a failure. Thank you, Alpha.
So that's a listener who says that it was unnecessary, the president making that statement. He shouldn't have said it in the first place. It wasn't necessary at all. Okay. 0548501584. Let's listen to this one.
Alpha, good morning. Referee me David Mekasafita. We the Ghana for Tombosa and Tombosa Kakra because we in Assembia Kakra. Me and Casamity, me can't be as a mamu with the MPP need food by Nkoi. But we know where Ghana or president of Ghana. Now said say was will be here more or called no Cobuan. So when to say Nipa Abba Aqua Hunchi Munas or Banso or Baba Woma. I don't know the reason why it was a maybe an name be okay, yeah, and jokes no Ghana for be far, no more fun in different way. But I say, Wako, the Hiana Wako, no them one a quaco momo. Oh, tis or cat answer, maybe I know I'm a master as Reke. Tino, who are dear ye bonny woman or chance answer. And the politics no queno, and queer politics be out. Ghana for a tolebia, Yantu Boka Clanana, yes, Ghana as well, and to your moeding, yes, or Dadimuka Kramai. Why, yes,
okay, Major Zawati, thank you very much, sir, for sending me your WhatsApp message this morning. This one says that, yes, the president has visited the disaster victims, and that is his job as president in governance. The president who is elected by the people is accountable to all the people, whether they voted for him or not. So there's no issue at all about his visit. Kuju Asufwa. Thank you very much, Kuju, for sending me your WhatsApp message this morning to express your thoughts on the topical issue for the morning. And business is always brought to us by MTN. And you know, we all have these days when you are low on everything: energy, time, cash, and even airtime and data. Well, that's why MTN Extra Time is an airtime and data advanced service that allows you to make calls or browse the internet when you have an insufficient balance. All you have to do is dial *506#, *506#. Go through the prompt and select the amount of airtime or data you need. It's more than simple. Doing your favorite things on MTN means you don't get interrupted, whether you are low on airtime or data. Please remember, all terms and conditions do apply. I've received some of your voice notes. When I return, we'll be playing all of them for you this morning. Let's go for In Business now. We'll return and continue. Stay with us.
The ban on tricycle operators in the Kumasi Central Business District is having a significant impact on their livelihoods. Since July 25, the Kumasi Metropolitan Assembly has been enforcing the ban, citing concerns over traffic, congestion and safety hazards caused by the tricycles. The enforcement of the ban was intensified on August 1, resulting in the arrest of several operators who defied the directive. This led to a confrontation between the police and angry operators, with some tricycles being seized.
We are pleading on them that they should give us chance and we'll work. If not, that we can't provide our meal. Because some of us here, truly, if not because of that motto, we can't be here. Some of us, we don't have parents here. Even as we are using that motto, we are struggling to survive.
Wallahi, the most important thing, we live in very difficult economic mix where a youth cannot even buy a food to eat. This is the business that we are doing, and we are using this business for our own family. Yes. But the KMA wanted to tell us that we should go back to the street and still, or what are they telling us? KMA, woman prepare your friend is say station behind my and it's a KMA catch and say young street show how are we going to do with our families?
Months after the ban was implemented, many operators, including Yusuf, who has been in the business for nearly 5 years, expressed concern over the negative consequences they are facing.
I'm asking something because yes, you only say this is opposite call you can say additional marketer. One way better with my farm. Unless there's a Abu station. Now one. It is also calculated say maybe a first no some call maybe a 20 cities, 25, 30. But now there you have to make one to actually be before. In the SMS me I just know. Oh, the SMS me cost maybe I'm a 40 or better than I say no. Boy. That means it's a 7 million. Went man commitment me this can. Oh, in the other offer taxi. Taxi no so and I say for taxi, otherwise, want me for home. Oh, send me over Konaya Betchime. Now, you give me 100 cities, and I say, you 200 cities. Now, we have 40 cities. I say, maybe Penesema Kono, Yajimisa.
Yusuf questions why the KMA tax forces allegedly accept money from them at the CBD but do not issue tickets. This inconsistency adds to their frustration and aggravates the impact on their businesses.
Like my question to them, they say, Scano, I'm not here, like I'm not here. Oh, I'd say everybody say watch me. My phone. My punishment. My punishment. I say, watch me. Make you 100 cities. So 100 cities no, fine. You're the basic. I bet my boy me. You need. I know say fine. Watch me no so. So my ABB to the government. Say you know Udi. Oh, but it's just start with say. One of them now say no. Like you're playing Udi and you view. Show more receipts. So I bet you know more receipts. Like what are they another country? Oh, they know.
People like Jennifer say the ban has had a crippling effect on their ability to conduct business. As they cannot afford to pay for taxis, their options for transportation are severely limited. They urge the city authorities to reconsider their decision in order to alleviate the financial burden placed on them.
Taxi better be 20 cities or 15. In a way, no, Pragiano boy is in taxi. I can't understand here. Where's I get the phone and more? Pragiano baby, it's a mirror, but baby, or what? I say, yeah, you did. So, what market say? So, you may say, yeah, who would see me? I'm a Pragiano room, but taxi to me. And I fair enough, so I'm affected business in the baby. Oh, they are affected in so many ways. A basana, Sikasam, any other moye.
Oh, as person yesterday, say, young fan say, be a over Pragiana, and go with your 10 cities, dropping out for young fans who fear what being here. Taxi or bedroom more than 10 cities. And in Diana, sometimes you're better. Terrible crowd, on the top fishy, or the number of rooms, Prague, Aberdeen area, 15 their taxi, or drop or better 20, 30, and what it's a man. If you find the Prague, so I'm a more and I buy and I bought a Madonna, and I'm a bonny piano with Jai, and one of a crack or Yeti, and I have one more Kumo or Mokona, a bomb a crank. I'm a said, I'm a scanner at the end of the day in a cost rock. And this I want to have ban on Nasa or Saya, the advance or Saya Busso or Corona, Mania Coco, Genesis, and this is a banana banon, I'm more cheaper to use our
In the meantime, the leaders of the tricycle operators are actively engaging the city authorities to find a solution that will create a level playing field for all parties involved. The ban on tricycle operators.
The in-business report brought to us by Fatau Bayaga, looking at the impact of the ban on the operation of tricycles, and after 2 months exactly, what has been the impact thus far. So that's the focus of our in-business report today. What we'll do is we're going to be speaking to the main characters, the main persons involved when it comes to this situation. We are working the lines to get through to Dawda Mohammed, who is the Secretary of National Union of Tricycle Operators in Ghana, because we understand that they've been working tirelessly to see if they can find a solution between the operators and the city authority. So we're asking him how far with that particular process, if they have gotten anything yet, or they have come to any resolution when it comes to that matter. As and when we get through to him, we'll be bringing to you that conversation. But you can keep your voice notes coming through. Just like I've said, I've received a couple of your voice notes and your WhatsApp messages. In due time, we'll be sharing it with the rest of our listeners. The question we've been asking is that, are you one of those who is taking issue with the president's statement at the Volta region when he visited the area to commiserate with victims of the Akosombo spillage? Or you are one of those who believe that, well, we shouldn't really try to make serious meanings out of the president's statement, because this was the president who was trying to calm the situation. He was speaking. Not really. It's not something that we should take offense in. We should take seriously. Wherever you stand on this matter, do well to come through with your thoughts, and of course, we're reading all of them for you this morning, whether it's a voice note, whether it's a WhatsApp message. That's something that we are asking you to do. And of course, that's when you get through to us, your messages will be read. Now, let's drink water. Let's get quality drinking water to drink this morning whilst we go through the day. Awake purified drinking water. You know, it's a premium purified water. that is treated through a strict purification process to ensure that every bottle in the market is going to refresh you better. And as for the sizes, we have perfect sizes fit for all use. We have 330 ml for you, 500 ml bottle to fit your pockets and bags, and then we have 750. That is for the heavy drinkers. And as for the 1.5 liters, if you want more, that's what you go for. Our 90-liter jar bottles are ideal for use in homes and offices. I'm telling you this morning that all you must do now is to drink Awake purified drinking water. Take it along wherever you go. Manage your home. You understand? Choose a bottle of Awake purified drinking water today, and what you will get is quality hydration fit for your pocket. Amazing, isn't it? Awake purified drinking water is one for life. And do not forget that every bottle you buy, an amount is donated to the National Cardiothoracic Center. So you're quenching your thirst and you're saving life. This is an amazing cause you have to join. For bulk purchase, please call 026 23 51 251 026 23 51 251. Do not forget this advert is FDA approved. Unfortunately, we are unable to get through to the Secretary of Prague Riders Association. Subsequently, hopefully when we get through to him, we'll be bringing to you this very important conversation. But before we went for in business, I was asking Rahim and Abena to share with me their thoughts on the statement of the president. Now, first of all, we have to establish the fact that the spillage has come because the Akosombo Dam, we understand, is full to capacity. The levels are that high, so they need to open the channel for the level to come down, okay, which is very important because if care is not taken, the dam could be destroyed. So they needed to take that action. Now, as a result of that action that they undertook, we understand that a lot of areas have been affected. Areas in the Volta region, some parts of Greater Accra region, some parts of Savannah region have been affected, where houses have been destroyed. People are displaced. As of this morning, the update we've gotten is that about 26,000 persons have been affected, including pregnant women, including, old women, including disabled persons. So, variety of people, wide range of people have been affected as a result. Okay, and currently, if you're listening to me, you can go on our YouTube page, Orange 107.9 FM. You'll see the level of devastation. You'll be amazed as to the level of destruction that we've witnessed as a result of the spillage. Okay, go on YouTube and get to see for yourself what exactly we are talking about. In other words, you can also join us on Facebook. We're streaming live on Facebook as well. We are showing you the level of destruction, the level of devastation, how houses have been taken over by the flood waters, how farms have been destroyed, roads have been destroyed, defaced. So livelihoods have been destroyed. A lot of people displaced, as I said. So go on YouTube and get to see for yourself exactly what we're talking about. Now, as a result of this, the president, we understand, was in the United States of America and had a conversation, he himself said, had a conversation with the chief of staff and saw the need to hurriedly come to Ghana to go visit the place and assure the people that indeed government is going to work tirelessly to ensure that they get some level of support. Now the president went there, visited the areas, affected areas, visited and he got to understand the level of destruction. So the president spoke to the chiefs and people of the area and said that indeed he acknowledges the fact that this is a very huge problem. He's here as the president of the Republic of Ghana to do what he's supposed to do. He's not here because those people voted for him. Because if that was the reason why he wouldn't have visited there, because they didn't vote for him in the first place. So that's what the president said. And a lot of people are interpreting the president's statement in very different ways. Rahim Awafu, how do you interpret the statement to the president? Whilst we also deal with the main, because the main issue is that people now need water to drink. People now need food to eat. People need places to sleep. People need clothes to put on. People need sanitary, all kinds of things that they need.
So, Alpha, which one do you want me to start with? The main issue.
No, let's talk about the president.
Or let's talk about the president first.
And let me remind our listeners that if you're listening to me on radio, for you to better appreciate what we're talking about, join us on YouTube or join us on Facebook. Orange 1079. Orange 1079. You can add your comments, and then you can also contribute to the conversation. It's either you're on Facebook or you're on YouTube. On YouTube, the handle is Orange 107.9 FM, and on Facebook is Orange 107.9. Orange 107.9. Yes, Rahim. Let's talk about the statement to the president. How do you interpret it?
I think that in times of trouble, in times of pain and hurt, leaders are supposed to be the comfort. Leaders are supposed to be the people that are supposed to bring some form of relief, whether by words or by actions, to the people that are in pain. Now, I watched the whole statement of the president. I read it and I watched the video too as well. But I think the part where he mentioned the vote was totally unnecessary. Now, I personally have problems with the president because it's 17th October. The spillage started on the 15th of September, more than a month. He, as head of state, is now going there. And the fact that a head of state can even think like that, let alone voice it out, is where the bigger problem is.
No, but in your early submission, you mentioned that when in crisis, you expect leaders to comfort the people through action and inaction.
Always, yes.
Hasn't the president done that? Because in that same video, he speaks to you and tells you that he understands that there's been a lot of effort put in for NADMO to distribute relief items to the people, and that this is going to continue, and that governments have built about 9 safe havens for the people to go there and have shelter and be taken care of. So that thing that you spoke about, which you think is a condition that ought to be met by leadership, he has met that, and he communicated that to the people.
All of these things he has said, all of these things are totally thrown out when he goes to say that if we are to talk about people that vote for me, I wouldn't be here because I don't get votes from.
But you say you've watched the video. See the posture of the president. This was not the president who was so serious about that particular statement.
That is where the problem is.
This was a president who was trying, amidst the crisis, to calm tempers, to speak in jest, for us to have something to laugh about. You understand? For us to calm down and say, oh, there's crisis, but we are working to ensure that
there are lots of jokes he could have cracked.
But this was not a joke. This was like speaking facts,
and that is where the problem is. When you were taxing e-levy, do you determine who voted for you and who didn't vote for you? When you are taking taxes, do you determine who voted for you and who didn't vote for you? You don't. But when crisis comes, we are supposed to solve problems. You are there telling us if we are to. You see,
no, he's telling you what he is not there for. He's not telling you that. So he's trying to tell you that.
Yes.
I am not here because of votes. I'm not here because of mere politics. I'm here because I have the responsibility to take care of my people when they are in need.
But you see, the part where in that particular vote comment, that was an attempt to respond to the minority. Because those were statements the minority has been making for some time now.
So you think the president was seeking to respond?
Exactly. That I mean, everybody who has been following.
For me, when I listened to it, I was surprised because I didn't understand who provoked that portion of the state?
The minority
have
said
necessitated
the minority
that
said
state? So the minority said because MPP does not get a lot of votes in the voter region, that's why the president is not.
The president doesn't care about people in the voter region.
Oh, so they began this whole conversation.
And so,
but you agree with them on that?
So
because that too is leveraging on the crisis to do politics.
Alpha, that is where.
So if the minority has done that, then it is equally condemnable. So you see, is it not?
The man Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo is not flag bearer of the MPP. He's president of Ghana. And so at such a very serious national crisis, that you as president, you come and mount the podium and you want to respond to minority. But that is what tells me that we have a leadership crisis.
No, but would you also say that if you are a minority, let's say a minority members of parliament who come from the voter region,
yes,
and there's a crisis that is about life and death, crisis that is about the safety and the humanity of people, is that the opportune time to do politics and to cast aspersions to say, oh, because the president does not get enough votes from this region, so that's why we think. So that's like playing down on the crisis. That's like your interest is politics, not the people.
So parliamentarians like Okudzeto Ablakwa, Roxanne Dafiameko, and all those voter region MPs from the NDC, when you listen to their narrative, their statements consistently are that we are in opposition. We are still struggling to come and help you guys. The government in power who has the responsibility, take taxes, and is supposed to bring relief items, do not care about us. And that is why all of us are suffering. Those are the consistent remarks from these minority MPs. And you see, from some of the times, I mean, we know that it is not always about what it is. Sometimes it's about how it looks. Because this thing happened from 15th September till date. You just went there. And so if politicians or your opposition parties, if your opposition parties tend to run the narrative that makes it look as if you don't care about the people, when you go to the people that are in pain and they are suffering, don't forget you are not there as an opposition leader or a leader of a party, but you are there as president of the republic.
But to be fair, when there's a problem like this, you don't always expect the president to quickly be the one to go there, because the president also have agents. Yes. So I understand the minister for roads visited the area.
Yes.
I want to believe the regional minister might have visited the area. I want to believe perhaps Ministry of Works and Housing might have visited the area too.
Thank God that you are believing, because I haven't come across any report of them going there.
Oh no, but for the roads minister,
for the roads minister, I'm aware. But the ones you are mentioning, yes, I have no idea what
the regional minister. I mean, it's more or less automatic. You will visit.
That is his.
Because that's his own region.
Exactly.
And these are people who work for the president, and that when they go there and they pick the reports regarding the gravity of the matter.
Yes.
That's when possibly.
You see, the very statement from the president, that part, that part where he spoke about vote, it confirms to us the slow.
No, but he said he's not there because of the vote. So the vote is inconsequential for him.
Left
no, that's what he said.
Alone, I will not be here.
Yes.
You see, this statement from the president confirms to us the rate at which things in the voter region are slowing down. Because for a head of state,
no, but the people in Ashanti, they are complaining where the government gets a lot of votes.
I mean, that's a conversation on a different level. No, but you see, for a head of state,
yes,
to even think to that extent, let alone voicing it out, it's a problem.
You shouldn't have said that in that situation.
No. You have the right to think about it. You can keep it in your head. I mean,
that was completely
for you
unnecessary.
To go and in front of people that are suffering, go and remind them that if not for vote alone, I will not be here. When you are deducting E-levy, do you consider where vote are coming from?
Video, the people themselves were laughing. They were happy.
But they will laugh.
So
why won't they laugh?
They are not taking it as you are taking it, because maybe they understand where the president is coming from. You don't think.
No, but Alpha, I mean, we live in this country where a lot of things have been said by leading politicians where the people that are gathered over there laugh.
Okay, they will laugh, but
exactly those people they will laugh. People that are gathered there they will laugh because eventually, at whether NPP or NDC, the people that are always gathered over there, we know where they come from. So eventually they will laugh. But the point is that, Alpha, the point is that when we are in crisis, when we are dealing with problems like this, Mr. President, we don't have time for these jokes and responses.
Let me read some of the comments that people have posted on the Facebook. So please join us on Facebook and be part of this conversation. You can also post your comments there, and then we'll be reading all of them for you. We are also live on YouTube. This one is coming in from Macdale McCorney, and he says that President Akufo-Addo cannot speak well without script. Akufo-Addo's leadership has been a pain, agony, disappointment, hardship to Ghanaians. What will he be remembered for? Oh, okay. So you want to say because the president was not reading according to script, that's what he said. Okay. Thank you very much for sending us your WhatsApp message. You can also do same wherever you are listening to us from. Let me listen to
before you allow Abnatika, you see, the President Akufo-Addo is a man who consistently is known for making some of these remarks. You remember his comment to the chief of Aflao when the man asked about the E-block. Do you remember?
He said he should go and
open it. You want to go?
Maybe that's the personality of the president. He says what he means and means what he says.
You remember his comment even in Ashanti on the Kwabili issue. So it tells you that this is not about the president trying to make jokes. So that is how he is. And we have a problem if this man is the leader of the country. That's a very big problem.
Abna, what do you make of all of this? What do you make of the comments of the president? Yes.
Before Rahim started, he mentioned that in times of crisis, we need a leader who can give us some comments or act in a way to help us calm situations. Like Alpha, you rightly mentioned, if you listen to the video, like if you watch and listen to it carefully, you realize that after the president passed the comments, the people were laughing.
So people were happy, they were excited.
They were happy. So it's not
that
like
help has finally come.
Thank you.
And we have a leader who is reassuring us. But some say, was it necessary? So what would have been missing if the president deleted that portion of the statement?
No, Alpha.
So because you don't say things if you have no reason. There must have been reason why the president would think it is necessary to say that at that point in time.
You relax, calm down.
I'm relaxed.
Now, Alpha.
This one we just played.
Let us also look at it from this angle that the spillage affected 3 regions.
It did.
Yes, some parts of Volta, some parts of Greater Accra, and some parts of the Eastern region. And now the spillage started on 15th September. Rahim is saying that why is the president now going there? Now, Alpha, the spillage is about 6,000 cubic meters, and for every cubic meter, every cubic meter is equal to 1,000 liters, which is about 60,000 or 600,000 liters if you'd ask me when you do the math, right? So, Alpha, the president needed clearance from some of these agents who state institutions who are already there working. There's NADMO, there's VRA, there's other institutions there who are working. So he needed clearance from them to say that, oh, the road is clear now you can come. So it's not like the minority was saying because...
Like the president was sitting aloof, unconcerned.
And more to the point, he wasn't even in the country. So when he came...
But some say if this crisis of this magnitude happens in developed countries, regardless of where the president is, quickly they go there to commiserate with the people.
He will still need clearance from some state institutions before he goes there.
I'm not too sure the president needs clearance.
No, he does.
Maybe he needs information, not clearance. Because when the president is the head of state, how would you...
that? No, he needs information whether or not if he can come or not. Okay. Because imagine he goes there when the situations are that bad, and then before
they went there with the chopper, so he's the commander of
he flew in.
So
like he flew.
They are logistics to support these kinds of movements. For president. If it is me and you, maybe it's another problem.
Exactly. But his president, he can fly in.
Yes, and on the issue of votes, Alpha, if you listen to the man Nana Akufo-Addo, he mentioned that if it's for votes, he wouldn't have been there. but rather he's not caring about the vote. He is there to help salvage the situation. This is coming from a man who is very, very competent and willing to help.
Very what?
Competent.
Oh, okay.
And willing to help the people, even when he knows that they don't support him. Alpha, from 1996 to 2020, if you look at the election results from the Volta region, all of them have been for the NBC and not for the NPP.
So the president was speaking fact. It was the truth.
Yes, see, I mean, he's right to have said that.
He's right.
If you'd ask me, he's right to have made that statement that if not for vote, he wouldn't have been there. Obviously.
If for vote, he wouldn't have been there.
But then that aside, it should also show you the other side of Nanado, that he's very, very competent. That he's very, very competent and willing to help the people of the
I'm sure
Volta
competent
region.
is the word you need. Or he's very much concerned you want to
She knows what she's
I don't
competent and willing. I know what I'm saying.
Because I didn't know.
Allow her. She knows
I know what I'm saying. I understand what I'm saying.
Okay. My bad. Continue. Talk to me.
Continue, flow.
To help salvage the situation at every point in time. And Alpha, if you also remember, lastly, he mentioned that he would try and help. If you listen to
yes, he said they will continue.
He's supposed to help. He's not supposed to try and help. He's supposed to help.
Yes.
Now he can only try and help.
He cannot. He. Okay.
Before 2020, when COVID hit us, between 2017 and through to 2020, I think somewhere in February or March, because the lockdown was on 16th March 2020. Yes. That period, Nanado's government was really working. There was growth.
I don't know how you've
there
expanded
was
this conversation. Are we still speaking about?
Oh, Alpha, calm down.
Oh no, because
let them go. You go.
No, I have to be sure. You see, my listeners are following. Maybe they are lost as I am. So I have to be clear. So you are saying what? The spillage has done what?
No, she's trying to connect the COVID with spillage. Please allow her. You go ahead. Abna, go ahead. You go ahead.
Now, Alpha, there was growth at the time. Between the period, there was growth, there was sustainability, Alpha, until we wake up one morning and then COVID truncated the plans of the NPP. Okay. Do you get it? Now there's spillage. Okay. For the spillage, this is a natural situation. Nothing. The dam is overfilled or whatever.
Spillage is like COVID, natural occurrence.
Natural occurrence.
So the president will prove he's competent in dealing with this spillage, just like he did in dealing with
yes.
COVID. So this is the connection.
Yes.
Thank you. I'm now getting the drift.
She has connected it well. We are back on.
I was.
They will help Nanado
to address the issue.
So understand. So the people of Volta region, the affected areas, I understand that South Tong, Central Tong, North Tong, Shai, Usudoku, and Lo Adan East and Esujamai. These are not areas only in the Volta region. They should all relax, calm down, put all their faith in the state institution and in another government to help.
Quickly before I invite your thought, I'll come back to you. But I just want to say that see, when you look at the problem that we are talking about this morning, Abena, if you've never been displaced before, or you are not affected by it directly, sometimes you may not appreciate what we are talking about. It is very possible that there are people who have all kinds of challenges, whether psychological, physical, emotional challenges as a result of this situation. I mean, you just wake up one day and your house is destroyed. You have nowhere to go. You can't go to work. You've lost all your items. You understand? You've lost all your items, all your belongings, etc. You understand? So it is a very, very difficult situation for the people there. It's a very serious problem that they are dealing with. Okay. My issue is that, yes, indeed, the president spoke the truth. Nothing but the truth. He's not getting a lot of votes from the Volta region. The president does not get a lot of votes from the Volta region. That's factual. But you see, for the pregnant woman who was listening to the president at the time, part of the 26,000 persons who have been affected by this, did she need that portion of the president's statement? And what would that statement mean to her? So let's say you are pregnant and you're part of these people who is having to sleep on the floor, bare floor, with mosquito biting you, with rooms without window, with you seeing that, I mean, you have nowhere to go, you have no food to eat. That pregnant woman in that situation, did she need the last portion of the president's statement? And what would that statement mean for her? How would that statement give her assurance? How would that statement give her encouragement that indeed this is a president who is working to address a challenge? That's my number one question. Okay, number two, who was the president responding to? Because I would be surprised if there was no initial statement that necessitated the president's response. Because I'm not too sure the president would just go there and felt the need that I needed to, unless the president has been wanting to say this and felt that, oh, this is the most
right opportunity
to say
to
this
fire.
to the people.
And he fired.
Unless that. Okay? Because I'm struggling to understand who provoked that statement from the president.
Exactly.
Ask him, what might have been said for the president to think it is right to say that at that point in time? And the people who were displaced, the people who were emotionally challenged, the people who were going through all kinds of challenges, that statement the president said that if it were to be your vote, I wouldn't have come here. How would that statement help that person? That's the question that I want to. I'm not saying the president spoke facts. That's the truth.
The president's posture and comment outdoors makes me want to imagine what he says indoors. It makes me want to imagine, because if you can say this outside, because you see, then imagine what he says inside.
For me, I've had on countless occasions have problems with the way President Nana Addo Akufo-Addo speaks. I think sometimes President Akufo-Addo, when he speaks, I think he doesn't take into consideration the circumstance, the context with which he speaks. And just like Rahim said, there are a lot of examples where you know that this statement, okay, say President Nanka, what will happen?
Exactly my point.
Unless the president has something on his chest.
That he wants to let out.
Unless the president is someone that when things happen and he gets the opportunity,
then he will
come at
you. Then he will say,
unless the president is that kind of person.
Because this particular.
And if that is so, then the president, forgive my word, is petty. If that is the case.
Because if you don't say
if that is, then what? If that is the case, then that's how the president is looking like.
Alpha.
That he's just seeking, looking. When he gets the chance,
you have time for it. Then he'll give it to you. He is saying left for vote. North Tongue in 2020, they gave him 8,000 plus. South Tongue, they gave him 8,000 plus. Central Tongue, they gave him 10,000 plus. When you add all of these numbers, it's over almost 26,000. The number of people that are displaced. When you look at the vote he got in North, South, and Central Tongue, not to talk of Shayo Sudoku and Ada East and Anglo and the rest.
Because you see, the reason.
But look at what he's saying today.
The reason why this is a problem is that we have established a certain trend. A Volta regional chief complained that we've built E-block and it has delayed, and said that the president, if the government does not come to complete the project, I don't know what the threat he gave. I don't know. He said something like that.
He said something
that they will do them or something like that. He said something. And the president was asked on Peace FM. When he was asked the question, you should go back and check the video.
His posture. That's what he said.
Me, I can say that maybe there's no, but you see, this is the father of all of us. He's supposed to serve as our father.
When we are paying taxes, do we know this is voter, this is Eastern region?
Rahim, the next trend is when people complain about votes and see if we don't fix our roads.
Who will vote for you? Even a place where you get more of your vote. This is what he told them.
He said about the people, will I force them to vote?
But Alpha.
Am I the one who would dictate to them as to how to vote?
Can you imagine?
Now see, this latest one, I'm saying that the president might have said it in jest. But you see, when things happen, you don't just look at that present action. You go back and connect the dot and ask yourself, is there a particular trend that has been established? it is appearing to me that the trend that I've seen so far suggests to me that the president is someone who speaks like this. And if he speaks like this, then it's not proper.
At all.
Because you don't expect a leader of a country to always want to throw cheek and to say things that has the tendency of making you feel disrespected.
It is your responsibility. We are asking you to do your job, and you are insulting us.
It suggests as if the president is tired. Like the pressure is too much on him. So when you speak,
then you fire.
You explode.
It is your responsibility.
Or like that kind of behavior.
Mr. President, it is your duty. Do it. You are asking you to do it. You are throwing us cheek.
You understand?
For what?
So I think yes, the president. For me, if the president had not said that, it wouldn't have taken anything out of his speech.
Exactly.
And there will be, you see, because the president added that last portion to his statement, one way or the other, it is seeking to take the shine
of everything he said.
Good exercise the president went there to conduct.
Exactly.
And now we are happy to be in the situation of analyzing what he might have meant. And unnecessary.
Instead of listening to what he went there to do. And you know, the same thing happened on OTEC when they queried that particular interview. He spoke about how his MCs are working and how they are
ministers.
So they asked him the question about the road. Then he paused the whole interview. The handlers of the president, they need to do a very good work.
So the president went to check spillage, but he himself, when he spilled over.
Yes, he went to check spillage and he himself spilled over. He himself spilled over.
You understand? So I don't understand. Because
let
me read some of the messages that have come through. This one is very, very empty and unfortunate. Okay. I'm not too sure I can read that message. Priest Norbert said, I've been listening to you every morning. I just watch your Facebook page to see that lady.
Abna.
Okay, let me read some of the messages on WhatsApp. I'll come back. This one says, good morning, Alpha. What alternative does the MPP need from the NDC? They told us they have the men and that the NDC is incompetent. Do they need an alternative from incompetent people? Ask Alaji. Which Alaji are you referring to? Alaji Seju. Ask Alaji, where is the Ford vehicle? Yes. And also, what is meant when the President Nanado can't remember meeting the gentleman in the gold smuggling saga? I am a Yarga. Okay. Oh, no, I think, okay. I opened some old message, sorry. He said the president comment confirmed that his people were trying to prevent him from attending to the people and the floods and the flood areas in the Volta region because they have never voted for the MPP. But he forcibly went. That is according to Ayarga. It's 46 after 8. We'll have to conclude. So my conclusion is that, Rahim, the president conducted a very good exercise. Lo and behold, he went there.
Yeah.
It is his responsibility as the leader of this country, when people are in crisis, to go there and provide them support. Yeah. So we commend the president for that. He has showed that he cares for his people. The president commiserating with the people and telling them he understands their pain is very good, because that will reassure them.
Exactly.
Number 3, the president assuring them that more relief will come is what they need.
That's good. That's what we are looking for.
But this morning we can confidently conclude that the president unnecessarily added that vote portion to his statement. You shouldn't have said that. No. I think it is unnecessary.
He is concluding.
I think it is unnecessary.
Extremely
I think
unnecessary.
it will not add any. It has, in fact, it has subtracted from what he went there to do. I think there are people who may feel insulted because of how the president spoke and what he said. I think that he is giving a lot more people reason to believe, based on the trends that have been established, that this is how the president speaks. This one is someone was saying that is what you get when the president speaks out of script. And the president is a very good communicator. At least when he was campaigning, very powerful speech. But I don't know. Maybe it could be that maybe the president is too tired. Maybe the president understands that he wants to help, he can't help, so he's overwhelmed. Maybe the president has realized that.
But Alpha,
Maybe
he has said it already. That we are in crisis. Let's vote for a new person to come and take. The president gave up on the presidency a long time ago. When during the calm down. On the 26th of August, Alpha, on the 26th of August, during the MPP special delegates conference, you remember what he said? We are in crisis. Let's vote for a new president to come. He has given up. The man has given up on the presidency.
The president given up.
He said, let's vote for a new person to take us out of this crisis. That's what he said. So this is, we don't even need to assume he's tired.
He's not tired.
That's why
he sounds tired too.
He's tired. The man is tired.
He's tired.
Yes.
The man is tired.
That thing, yes, that's what we all share.
That is. That's the way I'm speaking. You don't want that to go. But
okay, I understand. Is it Archibald? I understand he wants to contribute to the conversation.
Yes.
Okay, let's see if we can take his contribution now. I think we've lost him.
Okay. Alpha, I think that whilst we talk about the president's comments and everything, there's something that we need to pay attention to, which also has to do with the work of certain institutions in the country. When I mentioned that, I'm talking about VRA and the supposed spillage. Now, when you listen to VRA, they tell you that they were waiting for information from the Ghana Meteorological Agency. And the GMA did not really tell them that the rains are going to go high after July. But from where I sit, I think that if you have a very good engineering background, you would know that when such things are happening, there are engineers that can predict. Me, from where I sit, as of now, I still believe that VRA didn't do a very good work when it comes to spillage of the dam. Because ideally, when a dam level is rising, there are engineers that, and you see, engineering is mass. Engineering is not a religion that I sleep and I didn't wake up the next morning and you can't explain why. Even when I die, you can still find out what killed me. So I think that the engineers at VRA moving forward, they need to really pay attention to some of these things. Because if you are spilling 400,000 barrels of water and you want to spill it within such a short while, eventually all of these things will happen. Well, we are not against you spilling, but you can spill it gradually so that the water can progressively run the course of the river. But if you just get up all of a sudden because it is up, because when the rains started, the rains increased after July, you had engineers. So there was a way you could have predicted that something like this will happen. You don't wait till it gets to the point where when you open the dam, all of these things will happen.
The other thing we got it was that but whether you announce the people when they have their house, how can they?
You see the fact that
let's say you are one that they will be split. You will leave your house and
you will stay there. So Alpha,
places to go.
Alpha, let me bring this down for David and Abena to understand. When you're not
in the area, you conclude that
you talk like you're talking.
Where should they have gone?
Where should they have gone? Alpha, so you want to stay there? So you want to stay there and die?
Alpha, let me bring this down for David and Abena to understand. You see, when you have a barrel of water, a full barrel of water in your room, and you pour the entire thing in the room, you might not even be able to get into the room to go and sleep because the whole room will be flooded. But if you are to fetch the water bucket by bucket and pour it in the room, the extent of damage will not be the same as turning the whole barrel over and pouring it into the room. That is what I'm trying to tell you people.
Let's go to the telephone line and pick some of your thoughts. 0541 022318. Please, guys, 0541 022318. You can give me a call in. Please, gentlemen, you're making noise. What is this? You're making noise. People are listening. What is 0541022318? Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Okay, I think we are able to hear from you. Let me read the message. This one says that the president's comment confirms that his people. Okay, I think I've read that message already. Let me listen to this voice note that is coming through from BY, who's doing the listening in Tepa.
Good morning, Alpha. To me, the president never erred in anything. It was just a matter of trying to crack jokes with the people. And even when you attend funerals and your friend is bereaved, you see, you sit down to console the person. So that was something that I would not consider as anything partisan or maybe anything in the form of campaign. You see, so when he even said that, he himself was even laughing, and even you could see the reaction from the people. Some of them were happy, shouting and yelling. So I don't see anything wrong with that. Sometimes we should try to understand certain things, though they are suffering, but you cannot add insult to injury. Sometimes you have to do something to relieve them. That is exactly what the president did. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, VY, for joining me with your thoughts. This one says, Alpha, I think people are taking this, quote, vote for me and my party out of context. He is a politician, and the opposition has been marring his reputation that he doesn't care about the Volta region. He had to respond to them and then sit back and recalls and realize, he will not even be contesting for president again after his second term in office. So you ask, then what votes is he talking about? I leave that for your panel to talk about. This one says that you people should just relax for your lady. Your comments are quite too harsh. I don't know which comments are you referring to. Please let us know which comments you describe as harsh. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, Mr. Teji. Yes. What's the alphabet? When I casa, and I pay one I can or then I want to know for vote for.
Oh, I not president alcohol. We send them in the car in the more call and I'm on I got better. I'm a one. I look at the most you cry. Because farm is ended bad propaganda. I'm not going to my for both. I said, so, I don't know, I know the go down to I'm not some of the car, and then about fantastic. Abba, I tell you, I'm not big, Enra. I'm this body, man, because who goes for other topic the car home? I'm not the cat idea, and this boy, so I don't know before the whole topic here, boy, I don't know who got to go. The trouble who got the I don't know the or buy. I know I'm a cat of the wicked room. The people suffer. I don't know how the wicked in your position, the people suffer. And I'm however, maybe that's it. A good word, the idea of the KBR taken out of context. Why not you can't get so cry because at the end of the see you have president continue it's bound to happen. And not happen.
Thank you very much, Mr. Tichi, for joining me this morning with your thoughts. That's the view of Mr. Tichi. If you're listening to me, you can also contribute to the conversation on 0548501584. If you agree with our analysis so far or disagree, feel free to come through. I think I've received a voice note from Archibald. I'll play it, Archibald Jesse. I'll play it very shortly. Good morning.
Good morning, Alpha.
Yes, Ejalese.
Thank you. Alpha, you see, this is a very, very serious situation. And it's an emergency. It needs attention. You see, I don't consider this as a natural disaster. Had it been advanced countries, they could have detected this.
No, it's not a natural disaster. It's because of the decision of VRA to spill the water over. That's why.
Yeah, but can't they evacuate these people before they open the dam? You can't open the dam and the water to run over the people like that. But what Nanado said, some facts, I find it anything wrong with it. But for the first time, he said that in the vote, he could not have been there. Later on, he was asking the people that I think later on you vote for me. That means he says you are not there for vote. But why are you asking for vote later on? And I was also saying that Nanado is competent in this, managing disasters or what? And later he said he is going to try his best. Someone who is competent, they don't try. They don't try things. If they're going to try, that means you have no knowledge about the situation. So competent people don't try. They just go on straight forward. You see, what I don't side with Nanado was asking for votes later on. That's where I don't agree with him. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much, Eja, for speaking with me this morning. That's the thought of Eja. I have a lot of messages, both on Facebook and WhatsApp. I'll try and read a lot of them for you. Now, this one says that KK Kaswa, he sent this message and says that a brand here. Hello? Okay, I'll come back and read the message, but let me see if I can pick this call. Good morning.
Good morning, I'm
Yes, but what did you say? So I got the 80 on a pay.
I mean, more about some Dr. Sadon, Commentia, Dr. Lagina Mubon, and you got Kakame as a mechanic. Hey, Minto,
hello, me too.
Hello.
Hello, Bengeze. I'm from you. Okay. We've lost him on the line, unfortunately. Well, let me listen to the voice note that Archibald sent in. Okay, no. Okay, is this? Okay, let me see if that is Archibald's voice note.
Alpha, good morning. This is Archibald. Let me correct some impression by Ali about the spillage. Like I said, this is not a natural disaster. This is a planned spillage. So the VRE had informed those who were in the areas that were going to be affected, those lying on flat lands beneath the dam. And his argument that they ought to have staggered the spillage so that it doesn't have an impactful situation like we are having now. That is not really the case. In fact, the reservoir holds billions of cubic meters of water. Billions. More than even 100 billion. Okay. And what they are doing for their ordinary operations where the turbine works, the spillage that comes out of it is 1,200 cubic meters. And the spillage involves just about 6,000 cubic meters. So the additional that they are spilling is around 4,200, 4,500 cubic meters. Now that is about 1/1,000,000th of the volumes of water that the reservoir, the VRE reservoir is having. 1/1,000,000th. So this argument of have a barrel in your room and you are spilling, let's not make it look like they are spilling so much volumes comparable to what they ought to, because they are spilling just about 1/1,000,000th of the volumes of water in the dam. And they are doing so because when the dam gets to some level, it can affect the integrity of the dam. And should it happen that they are to ignore it and decide to make the dam accumulate more water, and if the dam should collapse, trust you me, the whole of the Shire of Sudoku, some parts of Greater Accra, some parts of Water Region, some part of it will be completely washed into the sea. Completely. We will have millions of people dying. So this exercise is very, very important for the integrity of the dam. And like I'm saying, they had informed the people, they have forewarned them. When you go to some of these houses, you know how humanity is, and you tell them that this is what is going to happen and they need to evacuate. They had safe havens. The VRA, NADMO, the Ghana Armed Forces ensured that there were safe havens prior to the evacuations. So this argument of where are they going, there were places provided for them. Today, as we speak, there are people in shelter areas. But you see, when you go to them, they tell you that, oh, you can take the children and the women. For us, we want to stay and protect our property. And there's nothing that they can do about it. But I can assure you that going forward, the agencies are planning on even forced evacuations if the need should be, so that some lives can be protected. So it is not true that they are spilling some unnecessary volumes of water and they do not take into cognizance the impact that it's going to have on the communities around. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. That's the view of Archibald Jesse. He is a regular panel on the show, and he thought that he should contribute. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Alpha.
Yes, yeah. You come from the voter region, so you understand these issues better than we do. Let's say, what do you make of this whole thing?
You see, it's a strange building. Napo also said similar thing. Napo has a similar thing. And it is how. So it's a strange building. You see, this is a national asset that costs trouble to a section of the country. This asset is what we all enjoy. Because of this, maybe that's why I'm even listening to you this morning. So when a national asset costs trouble to some people, you don't go there asking them what you should have paid from them that they didn't give you. If this should happen to Togo, maybe this water spillage went to Togo. Will we go there and say, because Togo people didn't vote for him, he should have been there? However, it's a low point. It's a very low point. What we are talking about evacuation, VRA should have determined the area that the spillage could cover and ask them or move them away. They didn't do anything of that nature. They just went ahead to open whatever they wanted to open. And then the trouble has come. Thank you.
Thank you very much, y'all, for joining me this morning. Let's take our last caller, and then we'll go for some messages when we return. Mr. Ruben Ame will be joining us to also share his thoughts on the issues that we've looked at, the issues to do with the Akosombo Dam spillage that has created so much difficulties for a lot more people in the Volta region, Greater Accra region, and some parts of Savannah region. Let's listen to this voice note.
Alpha, good morning. This is Christian. Concerning the Volta and part of Eastern region being affected by the VRA spillage, I'm an engineer and I definitely admit that it's an engineering problem. You know, if you want to spill water from a dam, you know, there are measures, there are safety precautions you should take. Where were the engineers at VRA when the water level started rising? Because they were hearing the news that it's raining up north. So if it's raining up north, definitely the volumes of water from up north is going to run down into the dam. So what were they supposed to do? At least do a gradual spillage and then give prior warning that people should start evacuating and have Ghana and inform those agencies which are responsible for disaster management so that those things, people could start moving. At least if the people are conscientized that, hey, there's going to be this, and then they are, when they start, the water start coming, they know what to do. But don't spill from two dams at the same time and expect that it wouldn't have devastating effects, you know. So we have to, as a nation, see how we can put our resources together to make sure that those below the dam are well catered for in the future. As this thing has happened, it's a lesson to us that we learn. Concerning what the president said, look, that's what he always says. So we shouldn't put any time to it and be debating about it. We should look at how we can also offer solutions to the people and make them feel comfortable in this time of distress.
Thank you very much, Christian, who is an engineer, sharing with us his professional thoughts on this subject. Let's take these messages, we'll return and continue.
A bank that supports you.
Mido,
Aden why was asa Adam afuwana
enye wo adwindwin
na same ye wo jire bibi hawa ene menkasa
na mempese me how but adwuma no kwa na ekofom senka menya bisiampo de
oh odo na sase mo de sese kwa ka kire me dadada hwe bra kwa me sei sa na Consolidated Bank Ghana CBG aboa no
na me ninsi ho anagina mu bia o
oh odo mama no nsie Consolidated Bank besia de wonyinsi ho anagina mu bia o
ma worry all basronku
odo yi wajuma hiya mwa sika fem science CBG yes we stand with you ti yes bra ya brabata babru do na nmu babia ma yemma wajuma besia ebeboa wajuma ma na gira ne nan so na ye sika collect ne so ya juma ifo betimi aba wajuma mu abeje o check and o deposit bia 80 frey ya homa so 030-221-6000 CBG we stand with you.
So the essence of my praise is centered on your grace.
My name is Diana Hamilton, VGMA Artist of the Year 2021 and brand ambassador of Awake Purified Drinking Water. I am super excited to partner with Ghana's first charity-driven water to give back to our communities. Awake is a brand that makes a difference. We impact the world around us. That is why for every bottle of Awake water you buy, an amount is donated to the National Cardiothoracic Center. Yes, every time you quench your thirst with a refreshing bottle of Awake, you're helping contribute to save lives. So keep drinking Awake Purified Drinking Water and let's continue making a difference. Awake Water, one for life, supporting the National Cardiothoracic Center. This advert is FDA approved.
So you're welcome back to the Orange Sunrise. Mr. Ame is our guest this morning. Mr. Ame, good morning.
Good morning. How are you doing?
I am good. I believe you're good too.
I'm doing great.
You want to share your thoughts on what you've been discussing?
This morning, once again, I disagree with you and Ibrahim.
Rahim.
On a lot of issues.
Rahim,
on
yes.
a lot of issues that you raised this morning. In the first place, for you to say, I heard you saying, if it is so, then the president is being petty.
Yeah. On the condition that if the trend is anything to go by. And that's what the president...
The Ashantis will tell you, in
other words.
Even before I flow, let me greet your listeners this morning.
Okay.
And then have this on record. That those who a week ago felt because I have a voter region name, I do not have that right to speak on happenings in Ashanti region. They should listen to me today and go back and go and report to whoever they reported to from Accra to Kumasi and tell them whatever
they reported.
Yeah. Thinking because I own an Ashanti, a voter region name, I cannot speak on Ashanti issues. If you don't know,
they said that to you.
You say?
Someone said that to you.
Oh yeah, they were playing the tribal
person
cards.
in authority or
yes, a politician.
Who is
Constituency General Secretary.
Constituency Secretary.
Yeah, of the MPP. If they don't know, I'm telling them today. I'm partly Ashanti. My mother comes from Jinyase. I'm placing that on record today for everybody to hear.
Account people, they do.
So that they stop that.
So it means you are
that analogy. My father comes from the Volta region. It's a typical Anglo man. My mother comes from Ashanti region, Jinyase here. So I have the right. I have every authority to speak whatever I need.
Even if you don't come here and you are a resident of the region.
Now on the issues you are raising this morning, we are talking about Volta region, right?
Volta.
Most of the districts that were affected were in the Volta region. Let's begin to tell truth to ourselves that yes, we do. Volta region basically do not vote in a certain direction. Just as when you come to the typical Ashanti region, they do not vote in a certain direction. It doesn't mean that everything that happens to Voltarians, we should introduce politics into it. It is becoming unbecoming of us, especially those who are living there. The president cannot just get up and be talking about votes if nothing happened. If you go to the ground now, the local politics has been run over there on the radio stations. even before the president got there, it was because the president care about us, because it's because you don't vote for them. Because that politics was being played on the ground.
Should the president be responding to this?
Forgetting those in authority, those who knew better, knew very well that when disasters happen, when things come up, it doesn't take the head of state, the president, to quickly say, oh, for me, I want to go there now. When Abner was sitting here and saying that the president needed a clearance, you were saying how clearance? Yes. The issues will happen. No, you see, when people say as if, oh, he's the president.
Means clearance.
See, let me tell you, you might be a president. Today you wish that, oh, today I want to use this car. If the state protocol feels, no, that car is not safe for you, it's not safe for you. I remember very well, there was a time when President Kufuor, when President Kufuor was in power, it seems Aliu Mahama, the vice president, they had accident around Bono region, Kranza area, when he was coming back. The car preceding him had accident. When he got there, he asked that his car should stop. He wanted to check on. The state protocol insisted he cannot. He should go away. So disaster has happened. Things are not being put in place for you to come and commemorate with them. What you are supposed to do. The whole plan has not been done. Then the president says, no, today I want to go there. No, it doesn't work like that. So even if the president took some time coming, I'm sure states organizations started working on the ground.
Yes, we made that point. That the people, the agents.
So therefore, our people who are in authority, whether our MPs, party, the opposition party members and stuff, the type of politics they were playing on the ground, you think the president, for him, because he's a president, he's not a human being?
No, it's not about him.
And if you listen to the president very well, he had communicated with them, told them what he was going to do for them, as far as even after the waters have receded, what he would do for them who were farming along the banks. Then he introduced the latter part. Let's see, what posture was it that the president was talking in? What was his posture at that time? And even those who were receiving the message, what was their posture? So why are you crying more than the bereaved?
No, but they say the people who were there could be laughing. But the expansive coverage, the expansive affected victims.
Who were those who were affected by the
26,000 people.
Thank you. How many of them
because
were there?
Because they couldn't have gathered all of them.
Were they having representation there?
I don't know.
So we had a cross section of them.
I don't know the structure of that meeting.
The MEPE area has been allocated for relief purposes and people to have shelter. So you had a cross section of them who were there.
But did the people need that?
What I'm asking is that why are we crying?
Was it necessary?
Is it necessary for us to be discussing that when those who were being spoken to took it lighter? Why are we crying more than the bereaved over here?
No, but the people might have, the fact that they have taken it lightly does not mean whatever was said was necessary.
I am asking you, someone is telling me something. I should be getting pissed off. I'm taking it lightly. You who is standing beside, you are thinking as if it's your last World Cup you are going to.
No, but the people, some of the people who are affected are having cause to complain. This morning,
which people? It is because you wanted to play politics with this. It's because you are getting to 2024, you want to play politics with this.
Is it necessary for the president to be drumming on votes?
Is it necessary for those trying to play politics with that?
But these
when those who have been spoken
don't you expect as a leader to act like a leader?
What I'm saying is that those who have been spoken to
dismiss
if whatever went on in those areas are being said today, those of us who are trying to crucify the president today, are we going to say what we are saying today? 3 months ago, when they wanted to dredge the banks of the river along the banks, what were the opinion leaders saying? So when you come to touch the banks right now, you want to desilt the river, the fishes will go out. We cannot have a way to even catch any fishes any longer. Then we sit down today, this happens to us. And you want to play politics, these whole things. For me, I think it's not necessary. And those of us who are sitting, who are far away, trying to make it look as though the president said
the statement
something
that's taking out the shine of whatever the president went.
What shine?
Like now the conversation has shifted from
those of us who are doing conversation on it. How many of us are affected?
Some people have relatives there. This morning I've had someone who was calling me who comes from the voter region. Some people have relatives.
You
there.
think I don't come from the voter region?
And so
you think my hometown has not been affected?
You might not be affected directly, but
indirectly. But what I'm asking is that
so they
those
have
who have been affected, whatever they need, as at the time the president was speaking, they are getting that.
But whatever they need, the people themselves say they have not gotten it. And this morning, I can play you some of the videos.
They said they've not gotten it.
Yes.
How many of them say they've not gotten it?
Oh no, but I can't quantify for you. But I'm saying that when you say they have, it's like it's.
I'm saying they are getting. They're in the process of getting whatever they need. Mm-hmm. They are getting that. Then those of us sitting on the fence.
You're not sitting on the fence. It's our country, just like the president. It's about Ghana. So our fellow compatriots.
We are trying to cry as though
so we are commiserating with them.
See, let's speak the issues one by one. When the president spoke about Kwabre, we all jump on it and say, no, you shouldn't have spoken like that.
He's been saying these things. The voter region chief.
How many
what
times?
He said to him, what he said to Kwabre people.
So you think?
And now, so they say that is that is how the president speaks. That he, as an assumption of now he gets the.
So you are a chief.
He says
you are a chief. Okay. You have all access to officialdom. Today, if you are a chief and you can pick your phone and speak to officialdom anytime you want to speak to. And you think
he has done one of those. He has a snack and he feels.
You think the only medium and how to speak to officialdom. You think I can go to any chief today, whether it's sub chief, and say, Nana,
a lot of chiefs have
hold on, and I tell you, Nana, so one year wait, I made the mayor say.
One case obeying say.
No, he said, if you not do it, you move the people in. But how do you expect me? How do you expect me as a citizen to be speaking to any chief in that Nana where they not also for instance Galamsey. So go to Galamsey community. Nana, so we want to hear my Galamsey for you and you say and you so me say. Is how we speak.
But this is not the first time chiefs are pleading for development. We've seen presidents
that
respond in a different way. So they say President Akufo-Addo, there's a problem.
We are trying to condemn. Let's take it case by case.
He can't take this.
We are trying to condemn the president on how he responded to the chief. We've forgotten
that's how he does.
The language and the tone the chief used for the president.
The president was responding in equal measure.
So let's condemn the two of them.
That's the president.
What I'm telling you is that what the president did yesterday, it's of no big deal. After all, we have been playing that politics in the voting day in, day out. We in the Ashanti, those in Ashanti region, when issues happen to them, as I speak to you, those in KJT, we are suffering. When fire gutted our shops, the vice president came there. As I speak to you, even the victims, not even a single word has been said to them. Has he brought the whole world down? No.
We extensively discussed it. Development in Ashanti region. So when the people feel they are, even Ashanti region people are crying over development.
Exactly.
So the people of Volta region, they might have.
We those who are in KJT, who have been affected by the fire.
Yeah.
We've not even tried to even play politics with it.
No, but no. Have we heard?
I am telling you that's what it is.
But me, I didn't
that is the local policy that is going on.
But it's local, so leave it at that. The president represents the nation, so you shouldn't be going and be local politics.
So you think they should play the local politics?
When you go there, he talks about what the state is going to do to support and forgo because local politics is for the local people.
I asked you, did the president do what the state was going to do? Did he tell them?
The last part.
Did he tell them?
Yeah, he said.
He said everything.
Yeah, he said they will do this. And then he added that.
And then on the lighter side, he said what he said. Because he was laughing, the people were laughing.
Maybe the humor part of the president, some people don't.
It is because we've all decided to play politics with it. Let's stop this politics and move on. And
people
move
have
on with
issues
issues.
with the humorous part of the president. Maybe
you don't expect all of us our humorous part to go down with everybody.
But this is the president.
This is the president.
He must be seen.
Before he became the president, he's a human being. Yes.
So he should be joking with
everything. He's a human being. Is he a superhuman being?
But the president is not throwing cheeks.
He's a president, a superhuman being. You both sat here this morning and said, the president said he was tired. When the president meets people in his house, I'm talking about.
He sounds like he's tired.
Your colleague. Rahim, when the president meets his people, his party members, and they are doing something in-house, and he tells his people in-house that, oh, don't worry, for my time is up. We are not going to elect another person to get us out of where we are today. We say, oh, he has spoken to the whole nation.
Of course, he was the president.
Please, let's talk about this.
Okay.
So the fact that I am a leader of a group, when I even speak to my household, I'm speaking to the whole group.
The journalists who spoke to them wouldn't report it to MPP people. They were reporting it to the Ghanaian people. So Ghanaian people had interest in what the president was saying.
Did you situate?
He said, no, the question was that Ghanaians say they are suffering.
No.
He didn't say MPP members
Did you
say they are
situate
suffering.
what he said in the context?
No, the question, if you listen to the whole interview, he said, Ghanaians say they are suffering. They are going through hardship. And he acknowledges that, yeah.
I said, yes, there are problems.
He wasn't speaking
That's
to
why we are
MPP.
elected. He said, that
He was speaking to Ghanaians.
Don't forget,
so Ghanaians needed to be.
Don't forget, it's the president's party that is in power.
And the president's
it's the president's party that is trying to elect a new leader.
Mm-hmm.
So if he says, yes, I acknowledge it, we are working on it, but as I speak to you, my time is almost up. We are electing a new leader.
So you can't say he
who
was
can
speaking
help.
to MPP, so we shouldn't be interested.
What context was he speaking in?
The statement to us Ghanaians.
What context was he speaking in? He was speaking in the context of his political party.
But the target audience was the people of Ghana.
So I'm asking you, what context was he speaking in?
No, the context is different. The target is different. I'm saying that
okay,
he was targeting us.
So it's comfortable for everybody to take out the context. But it is good for us to discuss the other side.
Yes, because he was targeting us. We needed to be.
What sort of intellectual discussion are we doing?
No, it's very important. When you are saying something here and you are targeting the people
what sort of intellectual discussion do we do and we take things out of context?
Not out of context, very within context.
I am asking you, in what context was he speaking?
He was speaking in the context of Ghanaian suffering.
What party is in power?
His party, MPP.
Who were trying to elect a new leader?
The MPP people.
To lead who? To lead who?
Ghana.
To come
so
and lead
Ghanaians
Ghana.
have issues.
So he's saying that yes, there are issues. I admit it. He has told you he admits it.
Yes.
In as much as they are working on it, we are also trying to elect a new leader to come and continue, to come and take over wherever we are. And we say, hey, he said he's tired. Oh, if the president feels he's tired, you resign.
I'm not too sure. Africa, we don't resign like that. Resign. His own people will say, Massa.
If he feels he's tired, you resign. Let's not be putting words in his mouth. The president says he's tired. He's tired. He's tired for what?
24 after 9. The press conference we held last week became the topical issue for the whole region. In fact, on this platform, we discussed it, I think, for 2 or 3 days continuously. Because we looked at the general issue on the first day, we looked at the roads and the health-related issues we raised on, I think, on the third day. So it was quite a very important conversation. Have we heard anything so far, or just that's it? It has died a natural death.
We've not heard anything so far. The only thing I've heard personally, that's what I spoke about. But because of that press conference, there were a lot of calls to some of us. When I left here that very morning, there were a lot of calls as to why
you held the press conference.
Why we even engage in that. Blah, 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 a whole lot of things.
Who called you?
Oh, the calls from security agencies and stuff.
Security agencies?
And stuff, yeah.
Oh, I see.
That's what they call. They keep coming.
Did they caution you not to do so again?
You know, it's not about, no, as for cautioning, you cannot say you are cautioning me. You could.
Was there any security implication in what you said?
No, besides those who called, they were calling in connection with why we want to veer into
politics,
and people felt okay, it was us against a particular
group,
political party.
Okay.
But I want to state here and emphatically very clear that we do not care who is in government.
Haven't you told them you are an MPP person?
I said we do not care who
you
is.
have to tell them so that maybe they'll know that, oh, this is our.
Oh, that day I was being tagged. That very day I was being tagged as an NDC person.
Okay.
So when I heard it, I started asking those who were saying that, oh, okay, if I'm an NDC person, then
they should listen to the defense you provided.
Then maybe Gideon Baku was also an NDC person.
Okay.
Then maybe everybody that I'd worked with was also an NDC person. But then maybe even the current MP, Deputy Chief Executive for this Aswansi area, what's the name?
Asawasi.
Yeah.
Asokore Mampo.
Asokore Mampo. Yeah, Kennedy can come. Then maybe apparently maybe he was an NDC person.
Why you work
because I worked with Kennedy can come for when he was a youth organizer. Yes. By then I was a Tescon General Secretary. So when I heard the issues that were being raised against me as a person, because people felt.
Yes, but some people felt you veered into some uncharted parts. They expected you to deal directly to things or with things that have something to do with your business as traders directly, not to engage in. So they felt that you were making a political party unpopular. And in fact, after your press conference, it generated all kind of conversation in the region. So in that week, the party will have realized that these people, they have not helped us. So you didn't try for the party.
What I just did here, what did I do just this morning? Okay, that's on the lighter side. You see, what I just did here, so what would they say today too?
You see the impact, because this press conference was...
Okay, but Alpha, you see, before even the press conference, I itemized some of the things that were being talked about. And I told you, I had a first-hand experience to ask them victims who were traders, who were bringing goods from the Volta region, Kente cloth from the Volta region to come and sell to us. I sell Kente myself. And they had accidents at Jaso here. That was around 10:30 p.m. the previous night. As at the following morning, by 9:30, when they were brought to Konfanoche, as at 3 p.m. going to 4 p.m. now, I was about leaving there. They had not gotten bed for them. The beds were full. I remember one of the ladies had to lie in ambulance for over 3 hours. And when you saw an empty bed, they went to bring it and put it on the bed. The hospital authorities came and they were so angry that no, that bed they had prepared for blah blah. We had to go and look for another bed somewhere.
Where?
At Konfanoche emergency. So who says if the health facilities in Ashanti region are enough for us?
With marketing,
I don't know where I'll find myself today. I'm a member of Guta. I told you, I am a member of Guta.
Okay.
I bring goods from outside. So you think I'm so comfortable that when I import goods and I clear them, I have to take them all the way by road, gradually before the car even gets here. You think I'm so comfortable? You think if there to be a rail line that the train will just move at a certain speed and bring it to Buankra, and I'll just go to Buankra, move it to Kumasi, and come and say I'll not be okay? No, why does anybody feel that these issues should not be spoken about? In any way, when we talk about them, what I want everybody to understand is that we are telling you the concerns on the ground because we are part of the grassroots. We are on the ground.
Okay.
If you work on the things we say, that we traders say, don't forget traders. I'm not sure anybody in this country meets a number of people on daily basis than traders. I am not sure. Apart from us and then drivers. Because we meet and interact with a lot of the populace on daily basis. So if we meet with them and we interact with them and we are telling you the realities of what is being said, you only have to back up and then work on them. You don't take it as though, oh, these people are even trying to push me into the ditch. It's better we talk about in 2023 than for the party to have a rude awakening in 2024. And
then
the
manner with which you held the press conference, to the extent that some of you raised the issue that people should vote for a particular or should not vote for a particular candidate.
I don't know about that. Frankly speaking,
I was going for someone who has the ability.
I didn't even address that press conference.
Why though? Because
I didn't even address that press conference for reasons.
But some people too had issues with the address, the way it was.
And I'm saying I didn't address that press conference for reasons best known to me. I decided to stay away from that press conference.
But you were there?
I was in KGT. But the issue
were at the press
raised,
conference?
No. I was in KGT attending to a different thing. I was in KGT attending to a different thing altogether. But the issues that were being raised, let's ask ourselves, are they real? Are they the facts? Yesterday, I had a message that an elderly person said, I should tune down on the fire report, the fire committee report, blah, blah, blah. And the reply I gave was that, please tell that elderly person.
Is it someone told him to tell you?
Yes, a message was sent to the person that you should tell me to toned down. And I said,
people don't like your activism.
And I tell
them,
I told whoever brought the message that please tell the person that we are asking for not anything big. Let the report be released.
But you see, the political future of certain people is at stake. The more you do some of these things, the more you jeopardize the political aspiration of some people.
When that is being brought into the conversation, it changes my feelings.
It does. Also.
Because for your political aspiration, we should protect it. For the 54 traders who have been in the house, since March 14,
the timing with which you're doing these things,
so
you have deliberately.
If you do not want that timing, if you never wanted that timing, people have been in the house from March 15th till date. Not even a call has been sent to them that, listen, we have you in mind. We are working out something for you. Not even a call. Okay, those who want their political aspiration to be protected, 3 weeks ago, when because of that fire incident, first floor got flooded, and 25 of my cloth.
3 weeks ago.
Yes, 25 of my kente cloth got damaged, which I cannot sell any longer. Have anybody tried to compensate me or reimburse me? Those whose wares get destroyed in their shops, has anybody ever asked how much does it cost? So for us, we do not matter, but for your political career, it matters. Please, let's stop this thing you've been raising.
You know the region you are. It's a very political region, so to speak.
So if you feel it's a political region,
so
do the right thing.
Whatever actions you take,
as I speak to you today. Yesterday, I was the first one who started praising when I spoke on one network. I was praising the management. As I speak to you, from 29th of last month, we are no more on Ghana water. But we had to say this several years before it was done. As I speak to you, we are no more on Ghana water. We are even getting more than enough that we need in KAT. I am telling you. Go to KAT right now. You realize that about 3 of the wells out of the 4 are still gushing out water because our tanks are full. The wells are still full. So I have to now. I've started talking to management to start talking to shops and buildings around the surrounding KAT and talking if they can also take part of the water. So when you did this, who is talking about water any longer? As I speak to you, you started piloting of meters. The prepaid meters in KAT. So we know you are heading somewhere.
So some people have gotten.
We are doing the piloting. The piloting seems is from the 4th to the 18th. Today is 17th. So tomorrow they will end the pilot.
So we are making progress in KGTR.
Yes. After the pilot, they'll put up the report and everything.
So once we are making progress in KGTR, it appears some will think, now you guys are realized, KGTR there. You are beginning to solve them. So you want to extend your activism to other places.
It's not about
That's
activism.
Where they have the issue.
What I'm saying is that
if you don't stop, you guys.
What I'm saying is that how long did it even take us to even get solution to these metering issues?
But you say you should deal with KGTR for now. That's where you work.
Okay.
That's
okay. So I said
let KGTR develop.
So what we are saying is that those who are talking, if it were to be their sisters, their brothers, their mothers, their fathers, or relatives, whose shops, whose goods were burned down from 14th of March until date, nothing has been said to them. That whole place has been cordoned off. Additional 8,000 shops, 800 shops are not having the type of traffic they are supposed to have. People go and sit there and the whole day, the whole week, they don't sell anything. What would they be saying?
Hasn't the regional minister responded to this?
Nothing. Nobody has said anything to us.
What has management said?
Until the committee report comes, they can't do anything. The mayor says the same thing.
So why don't you push for that to be done?
Is that what you are pushing
so for? So that you negate the other thing.
That is what you are pushing for.
On the KGTR fire incident and how.
So Alpha, I only connected you to other things.
No, they say the other people, they say they have a problem with that. You should stop that.
So I'm a member of GUTA, so I shouldn't speak. I shouldn't speak about things that are affecting me.
You're not realizing that we are approaching 2020.
Besides Kente, I sell other things. I import things to this country. So I shouldn't speak on things that are affecting me as a Guta member.
But did you do that press conference for development, or you responded to the other traders who
nobody responded to anybody?
You say have received.
There was no response to anybody.
In the press, the man said, the man who addressed the media, he said, yes, some people have taken 100 cities to champion the cause of someone, to paint the picture that everything was well with traders in the Ashanti region.
Probably. It is the reason why maybe some of us even decided that no, at this point in time, we will have to sit back. Because I'm telling you that the issues that were raised there for me and for, let's say, my executives as traders, all traders, we are looking at issues, not about someone's money that has been given out or not, that has not been given out.
Was even complaining if they have this money to pay, why are they not?
Oh well, anybody I talk
all
to
of
say
those
that.
were no. It was the man, the person who
addressed the press
conference.
His
name, yes. He said,
anybody,
so, and you could realize this was a prepared. It's not like he was speaking. I mean, off head.
Was it the person who addressed the press conference, or it was a side comment?
No, it was in the thing. He was saying, reading it. You could see that he was reading the statement.
No,
so
there's nothing. There's nothing in that statement. That statement
sure?
about that. Alpha, I can give you the full statement. It's on my phone. There's nothing in that statement that said someone paid 100 cedis to someone, and if this money is available. No, nothing ever was said in that statement. That's why I'm asking. Was it a side comment?
Okay.
And anybody could make that side comment. I'll not begrudge the person.
But did you listen to the press conference?
No.
Then it means you that because you came here and publicized the fact. So why? So it means. I don't know. You're not, people are not very clear with what you are saying.
Clear with what?
Why didn't you partake?
I am talking about issues.
So why were you? Because
what I know is that after the press conference, there were issues about K8 that was raised.
Yes.
There were issues about traders that were raised. Pressmen came to me to elaborate on that. I took them round and elaborated on that. That's why I was so much concerned with. But the other issues, if they want us to go into it, we will go into it. We will go into it anytime, any day. The other issues that were raised, that was what I was talking to you about, the hospital, about the rules and stuff. This morning, I saw one video on a sister station, their social media network, where an articulator truck has lost its brake and was just pushing the smokers who were jumping out of it.
Where?
Check Live FM social media.
Where did that happen?
I don't know. This had happened somewhere. I don't know where exactly that happened.
Are you sure it happened in the region?
Yes.
Okay.
And then one man, not knowing, he also stays at Abu Kese after Sokoban going. And he was talking about the death trap between Jerusalem, Sokoban to the double road. And even on the double road, that asphalt has been done, you could see a manhole there. That has not been worked on. You think, and this is a man who was saying even before the road was constructed, he was using 15 minutes from Abu Kese to work. Now, after the road has been constructed, because of that short portion, he spends 45 minutes for that short portion.
What at all is the reason why that short portion is?
I don't know. So you think if initially I was spending 15 minutes to Edum, and today, for that short portion, I have to spend 45 minutes. You think I shouldn't talk about it?
The government argues, and of course we've heard from the region, he said he will be holding press conferences to speak to the people of the region, to list the key developments that the government has undertaken in the region. But the government insists and argues that when it comes to roads, they have done a lot of roads. If you look at the Greater Kumasi Road project, about 50 kilometers of roads or so, Asokwa benefited, Bantama benefited, Kwadaso, Tafu, Pankrono, some of these places.
Alpha, if three of you or myself, 3 traders, we come to you that we need help, or you come to 3 of us that you need help, and I decide you need a help of 100 cedis, I decide to give you 70 cedis. The other 2 decide to give you the rest of the 30 cedis. and then you become a very wealthy person. You get to a position where you have enough, and you start giving out, and you decide to give to those who gave you the lesser one when you needed most, and ignore me, or some way, somehow, you still don't attend to me. How do you want me to feel?
Do you feel the region has been ignored?
The region has been
because
ignored.
Roads, you said we've seen a lot of road construction happening in the region. Haven't you seen?
Okay, as compared to Greater Accra. Compare,
because it's the capital.
Compare Ashanti to
the
Greater
argument
Accra.
is Greater Accra is the capital, so you don't expect
Okay.
to be at par with the capital.
So when the government was in need, when the party was in need, Greater Accra should have given them the most.
But when you become government, you serve the whole nation.
Oh,
You
okay.
don't
So I'm
discriminate.
asking you. So when you got to that stage and you decided to share the cake, the national cake, you decided to give those who gave you lesser.
Because the capital needs.
The Insawam Road, is it not still being worked on? Are they not still on it now? Contractor is still on it. Am I lying?
Yes.
Right? Tete Kwasi ran about. They are working as we speak. So what happened to Ashanti region? Now let's bring it down to Ashanti region. Localize it to Ashanti region. How can you tell me Kwabre has not gotten a single road yet, but other constituencies you are mentioning as Kwa and Co. Compare Asqua to Kwabre, who gave the government, this party, the greatest votes.
The government also looks at activities, business
Activities as in, okay.
trade, and all of
so
that.
when you needed it, when you needed something from us, they gave you boom. But when it came to you sharing, you are talking about activities. So when it gets to vote time, go and let the activities give you the votes.
You can't develop the country on the basis of which regions give you the highest of votes.
Thank you. So you should give us a fair share of it.
You think what Ashanti
When this
region
government came, how many interchanges haven't they worked on in Greater Accra?
But they are working on Swami.
On what?
Swami.
Where?
Swami.
What has happened to Swami? Where? When did they do that?
The last time someone sent me a video that they are working. I think
Swami interchange was brought into the budget when? 2018 or 2017, right? Pokwasi was brought into the budget when? Have they finished Pokwasi? So far interchange, have they finished?
Almost done.
Since it's almost done,
So for like,
from President Kufuor's time to date, when did they start Pokwasi?
not long ago.
Are they done?
Yes, I think so.
So what has happened to Sofulai?
They are still on it.
So what are we talking about? How many interchanges have we built in Greater Accra? How many have been built in Ashanti region?
Okay, you let me take this message. We'll return and wrap up. Stay with me. That's Ruby Name. Let me go for this message. We'll return.
Are you tired of struggling with bad financial situations? At Quick Credit, we understand the difficulties that come with transitioning to a better one. That's why we're here to simplify the process for you. With loan facilities of 1,000 cedis and upwards, all you have to do is call and we will take care of the rest. All you need is your national ID. No savings, no collateral, no susu, no deposits, and no account opening required. Quick Credit has you covered. Whether you're expanding a business, starting a new one, facing an emergency like school fees or funeral expenses, or even just in need of a salary loan. Call Quick Credit today, 0302 200 390 or 059 692 0833. We do not give loans via the internet. Quick Credit is regulated and licensed by the Bank of Ghana. Terms and conditions apply. Quick Credit. Lending made simple.
We are all big football fans, but there are some other sports that I'm personally a fan of, like tennis and basketball. Luckily, Betway mobile and online sports betting has introduced sports, casino games, bet games, and more on their platform for us to bet on. From football to roulette to esports to horse racing. Now, we can bet, win, and get paid instantly via mobile money or EFT to your bank. Visit www.betway.com.gh to play today. Remember, bet responsibly, no under 18. Betway, for the love of the game. regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana.
So you're welcome back. Now, do you want to increase sales? Do you want to drive more traffic? Business is so unpopular. Even your neighbors don't know you and you're worried. Maybe yours is doing well, but you know you can do better. Here's why your business is lacking certain vitamin, vitamin D for digital media. So get your business to grow online with Black Ash services and make a difference today. This October, Black Ash is making it easy for you to get your business online at an affordable rate. Get an engaging Instagram and Facebook account, website, 2 television commercials, post promotions, Google Business, graphics for your business, and so much more. There are lots of things that I think that you must be hoping to get from Black Ash, because this is really going to help your business. So watch your business grow and connect with a global audience that won't hurt your pocket. This campaign is to help build brands and promote small to medium scale businesses online. Don't save for later. Call us now on 054 91 36 174. 054 91 36 174 or 032 200 9605. 0322 009605. Visit www.blackashservices.com. Now, talking about business, of course, if you're going out there to do shopping, I want you to consider certain things, most especially your safety, the value for your money that you get. At Kumasi City Mall, the scenes are appealing, and you get all of these things that I've mentioned above. In addition, with extravagance, it is the ultimate shopping experience you can have. So whether it's fashion you're thinking about, or maybe food or groceries or furniture or airline ticketing and nightlife and so much more, do not hesitate at all to come to Kumasi City Mall. You'll get quality, you'll get authenticity, affordability, and comfort. So for your shopping needs, your outings, your leisure, and relaxation, make sure you're choosing Kumasi City Mall. Or Sacrum, yes, KCM is the pride of the city. We have 5 minutes to wrap up. So, in wrap it up, Ms. Name.
Yes.
Your argument is that, yes, you've seen something in the region, but you don't think it's enough, looking at the show of support that the region give to this particular administration in power. Don't you think when you make the argument, if NDC comes to power, then you will not be morally justified to seek for development, because then you wouldn't have voted for them massively. Per the trends, that's what it looks like. Don't you think so?
And I don't want to do the argument, because if I go on that tangent, you said it, he's an NDC person, that's why he's saying that.
You wanted to say NDC?
A lot of the big projects that have happened in recent times here, they started it. That's
the NDC?
Yes. That's what
big projects like?
That's what you are doing. The KATR market, they started it. Let's not.
But this government too is continuing.
It's continuing, yes. And that's why when they decided to, the contract decided to go off-site, we are talking about it. That it does not speak well of us, of this government, to allow this to happen, whatever it is, because projects are going on in other regions. They've not stopped. So why Kumasi? Why Ashanti region? When last did you use a Kokobein and Kwanta road?
No, I don't. I'm not too sure.
Shops, buildings were cleared, and now go and see the manholes on the road.
Manholes?
Yes. Between Anua Kwanta and come to Pechi. Go and look at it.
I mean, there's no money. The country has no money.
Oh, really?
Yes, that's our current situation.
Oh, we didn't know that.
You didn't know?
We didn't know.
Oh.
But the GRA always says they've achieved their targets.
But yes, still, if you look at what we get and what we require or what we require to use the money for.
Alpha, you say there's no money, but we are still living the life that we are living. Is that it? So if you always get 100 cedis or 1,000 cedis for your monthly whatever shopping, and all of a sudden maybe that 1,000 reduces 500 cedis, will you lead the same life you are living here at 1,000 cedis?
I mean, reasonably you must adjust.
So have you adjusted?
Yes, government city have adjusted.
Do you see that?
They have reduced government or minister's salary by 30%.
Do you see? So have you seen the reflection?
I don't know where the money is, but we've been told that 30%.
So we should be told where's the money going to. As I speak to you,
the
last time I heard the news item on people on dialysis, and I felt so saddened, so pained that this should happen to us. So yes, there's no money. So have you changed our lives? If you've changed our lifestyles, where are the savings? You see, let's begin to tell ourselves the truth, the bitter truth, and work on it. We still have time to work on things. There's still time to work. So let's accept that and work on it and move on. That's all.
Okay. Thank you very much, Ms. Dame, for coming through to share with us your thoughts this morning. That's Rubin Ame. He has done politics this morning and then come back to hurt his own party. I don't know, but it's very interesting. So I will have to leave it here. But before we go, let me just say that there's a message that came through. Let me see if I can read that message first before I go. Okay, it was a voice note rather. Let me see if I can listen to it.
Alpha, good morning.
Okay, I think we've done this message already. So we'll have to end it here. The show was produced by David Boache Ifrifa, and then you heard from Rahim Awafo this morning. You heard from Abnei Chan and Kojo Frimpong. Ensure that we're streaming live both on YouTube and Facebook. My name has been Alpha Ali. For popular request, someone said I should play you this song as a sign-up song for you. So enjoy it. My name has been Alpha Ali. Have a very good morning.